In Cambridgeshire, the number 12 seed, Tornado.
World semi-finalists in 2001.
So Team Tornado, seeded 12, the only seeded robots in this heat. What have you got up your sleeve?
We have, for this series, an interchangeable weapons bay.
You see. So depending on who you're up against...
We can change the weapon to suit the robot we're fighting.
Where is it?
It's hidden in front of the robot here.
Yeah.
All this area is space for an interchangeable weapon. We have bolts in the front that enable us just to remove the weapon that's in there at the moment.
And those weapons, they won't show us.
A four-wheel drive pusher. What are the weapons? All we know about is spinning disc. We also know that it has an unreliable drivetrain.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams. Tornado there on the left, Captain Andrew March, and Edgehog on the right, the Captain Stephen Edgerton. Terrible on the left-hand side here, a captain by John Fernley, and Inshredable on the right, captain by Peter Wilmot. Matilda's in the arena for the house robots with the flywheel, very destructive, and the tusks, and the temper, and there's Dead Metal as well, with that serrated blade.
3, 2, 1, debate.
Watch for Tornado's sheer dogged persistence here. Terrible immediately gets into grips with Edgehog. Classic wedge shape with the axe, Edgehog. That's Inshredable as well. Newcomers, big, bulky. An attack by Edgehog. Got the axe blade down there, the pneumatic weaponry. And at the moment is at the centre of most things. Edgehog trying to attack Tornado. Tornado pushing away there though against Inshredable. And now taking on Edgehog. And will spin away very quickly, Tornado. The top speed is only 10 miles an hour, but it's very manoeuvrable in the hands of Andrew Marchant, the driver, the captain of the team. They're pushing against Terrible. Edgehog, meanwhile, getting to grips with Inshredable. The meat in the sandwich. Tornado, you see, just comes in, little bash, then spins away again. Revs up for another attack. Inshredable at the moment is taking some punishment and can't get out of that hole. A little bit of experience missing there in the Inshredable team. They got themselves into a nasty position. Matilda slamming into Edgehog there at the top of your picture. That's the pit release button. Down it goes. You can see Inshredable very close to the edge. Better driving, getting away. The ref bot in there having a glance. That's the Terrible team we're watching. Again, it's a new machine, up to 12 miles an hour. The Tornado boys very experienced. What's happened there to Edgehog? It's not impaled, but it's sort of grappled onto the arena sidewall. It's caught there, it's snagged. Terrible lifts the bull-like head, tries to get in underneath Inshredable. Matilda in the action as well. If you drive into a CPZ, that's the corner patrol zone in Robot Wars. The house robots can do you. Inshredable over the flame pit. A little bit of a roasting. Steaming, but nothing more. The ref bot going in and having a look at Edgehog, still stuck to the arena sidewall. Now Tornado and also Terrible trying to flick Inshredable. The clock is counting down against the Edgehog boys, Stephen Edgerton and Chris Prest. Now Inshredable being lifted up by Terrible. That's the end of Edgehog, they're out. They've got 2 robots survive into round 2 of this heat. Matilda comes revving in. Inshredable, I think your hopes are in tatters because Dead Metal is in there with that venomous blade. And it looked to me as if Inshredable were having problems there in control. We know the Edgehog boys are out. There is movement from Inshredable, but not much. Look at the Matilda flywheel. Looks to me as if Tornado and Terrible will be the 2 to go through, but Terrible suddenly bit it. What a turn-up that is, because I thought Inshredable were out, but they're just moving at the end, and Terrible have been pitted and beaten. Well, well, well. Tornado, meanwhile, trundled through safely and ominously.
Well, well, Edgehog gets counted out, Terrible gets pitted, Inshredable and Tornado, they go breezing through.
Now, Tornado, definitely definitely not, I would say, a novelty robot. Serious robot is in it to win, yeah?
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
You're up against a novelty robot, though. Thor,
Ah, okay.
the Vikings. But they're not just a novelty robot either, are they? Because
They've
they
got a big
really
axe.
did prove themselves, and they've got
Yes.
a big axe, lots of manoeuvrability. You worried about that?
They're going to be difficult. We were a little worried we were going to get Anarchy though, so
Oh, so you're
I think
quite
we
relieved
prefer
with the Thor.
Thor.
All
Yeah.
right, okay. So Thor versus Tornado. Any damage I need to worry about? No.
nothing at the moment. No.
Okay.
Roboteers, stand by.
Fighting for the house robot, Sergeant Bash. Fancy a lick of flame? Or perhaps you'd like to be gnarled by Growler.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Here we have a hammer and the claws of Thor against the pushability of Tornado. See, it just persistently nudges, drives, pushes, comes again, Tornado. And I wonder if the Thor team, Jason Marston and Lee Cornish, have enough experience here. They certainly have the weaponry to be destructive, but Tornado already coming forward with another attack, nagging, worrying and bending and buckling. One of those pincers it seemed to be. Down comes the axe. Frightening when it thrusts down like that. You can see Andrew March and David Gamble and Brian Moss in that Tornado team. Andrew, an electroacoustic engineer. What? Thor with the hammer and the wigs and the horns and the bizarre team, let's face it, on Robot Wars, but we love those. And off comes one of the side panels of Thor, revealing there the gizmo underneath. The pit release has been activated. Out comes Growler. Did you see the speed there? Growler flew out of his kennel. 420 kilos of doggy power across the arena floor. One of the Thor pincers has been buckled right up there. The other one has been bent downwards. What were they made out of? They're made of that sort of aluminium foil you put round the chicken in the oven. They're about to be roasted, Thor. Growler's in on the attack. Sergeant Bash is in on the attack. But the Thor team, I think, is about to buckle. A team of Formula One and Liverpool football fans. Well, their road to Wembley, as it were, is about to end here. Last on the grid. Tornado very quick, so too Growler. Actually, they use the same sort of skid steer drive system, which makes them very nippy. And it makes Thor very vulnerable. In comes Sergeant Bash. They're just holding up. They don't want to go down in that pit. They want to prolong their Robot Wars experience, and why not? Sergeant Bash, the flamethrower out. A little bit too high, though, to score more than a scorching piece of damage on the exterior of Thor, but look how bent and bruised it is. The Tornado team have been as persistent as ever. What can you say? Has he got a picture of himself? Dear oh dear. I don't know, perhaps it's weekend wear. Sergeant Bash in the CPZ with the Thor machine. Don't give him my address, will you, anyone? Sergeant Bash pushes Thor back again onto the centre of the arena. Tornado, a little push. Well, I'll tell you what, top marks for Thor, for their competitiveness and their bravery. And that's a fairly resolute machine they've got out there as well. I'd love to see them back. The boys from Kingsthorpe, near Northampton. Parts of their machine littering the arena floor. Out comes Growler. They get a cease call, and technically it goes to the judges.
Oh, the judges have made their decision. Style, control, damage, aggression. You know the criteria. They've gone for Tornado! Hey! Oh. You did well in Extreme. Mm-hmm. You're doing well now.
Yeah.
You just keep going on and on. You're relentless.
It's a tough machine. It takes a lot to beat it.
It's fast as well.
Yes, but they did manage to stop our disc. All credit to them.
But you were pushing them round in the end. I mean,
we had better pushing power. So.
Yeah. Who are you scared of?
Got to be the world champions again, Razer.
If you can avoid Razer till final, you'll be happy, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right, and ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. This is Team Tornado!
Which weapon are you going to use?
Well, we're against Anarchy, aren't we?
Yes.
So we thought that we might have a change. Now we're going to bring out a great big spike because we think that'll go through the side of their polycarbonate very nicely.
Okay, and that will get the legs. And then it'll be
Absolutely.
mobilised. And you'll be the victors.
Hopefully.
And
Fingers
then the end of the
crossed.
story. Okay, we get the gist.
Yeah.
Tornado.
Good team, the Tornado team. David Gamble, Brian Moss, and Andrew Marchant at the controls.
Anarchy.
Good machine, well designed by Mike Franklin, Little Amy, and Steve Bickle.
Stand by.
Dead Metal's in the arena for the house robots. Look at that saw. Oh, and it's a Kilolot for the first time in this heat.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
This is an intriguing heat final. Winners go through to the series semi-final of Robot Wars, the 6th Wars. Anarchy getting the axe down. They need to flip Tornado early and buy the arena sidewall to get the 98-kilo machine out completely. Anarchy, almost twice the weight. Not as maneuverable, we know that. And can the spike spear through that heavy-duty plastic armor? They flicked Tornado. It's invertible. Won't hurt them there. It needs to be closer to the arena sidewall for a flick to be effective. Again, you see, Tornado will simply turn, run away, and come on another attack. Oh, and have they exposed themselves there? Trying to flick again, they have! Tornado with a spike right in to the very machinery of Anarchy. And as they went to flick Tornado once too often, so they left themselves exposed. What damage has been caused now? There's the little Teddy, the mascot of Amy Franklin. We've seen her mascots before in Robot Wars. I think it was a bunny last time around. Hasn't brought her even a rare bit of success. Anarchy with Tornado, centre of the arena. There's the spike again! There's the attempted attack by Anarchy, and once again Tornado driving in with the spike. Amy looks concerned, and why not? Tornado, I think, are the more aggressive and destructive of the two. And that's key should it go to the judges. And is that flipper still working? It is. Down it comes. But for me, Tornado has the measure now of Anarchy. You see they're the quicker across the arena floor. They can move away from any potential attack, clear the danger, and come again on an onslaught. And I think Mike Franklin will be the first to realise that. Andrew Marchant at the controls of Tornado. They'll be hoping to go all the way here. Reach the heat final of Series 4, through to the Series semi-final. They lost to Chaos 2 there. Anarchy under pressure from Dead Metal. Oh, Amy, sort of growing up with Robot Wars, isn't she? This is the 4th time she's been with her dad in the control booth. Tornado again, a side slam. Full of respect, though. And can't push Anarchy into the pit. Can't immobilise it, so it goes to the judges. Good enough, though, for me. Worry and concern. Confidence. Ooh, smugness.
What a fight! What a fight! Too close for me to call. It's going to go to the judges because both robots were still mobile. The judges have made their decision based on style, control, damage, and aggression. It took quite a while making up their minds. But they've gone for Tornado! The 12th seed. Does that give you any pressure?
It's a little bit of a reputation to live up to, yeah.
How did you see the fight? Because
we were scared.
You are strong.
We were scared that it's got such a good axe on it, and we knew that if that axe caught us, we'd be in trouble.
So, where'd you go from here now?
Semi-finals. Let's see what we can do.
You're in the semi-finals. Can you go all the way?
We'll try.
Or you're going to wimp out like you did in 5? I mean, you wimped out.
We only got to the
5.
second round in 5. Come on,
that is wimping out, isn't it?
Yes, it was completely wimping out.
Let's hear it. Team Tornado!
Tornado.
second time in a series semi-final, this can blow anything away.
What weapon?
It's a spinner.
Interchangeable weapons.
It's a spinner, the anti-spinner weapon.
Which is?
You haven't seen it yet.
Come on, tell me.
We've got to get it out of the truck.
Okay.
Fit it in the little hole and you'll see it there.
Okay, all right.
A four-wheel drive pusher with the interchangeable weapons bay, power, maneuverability, but there is an unreliable drivetrain.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the Hypno-Disc team. Dave Rose, his brother Derek and dad Ken. And the Tornado boys, Andrew Marchant, David Gamble and Brian Moss. In the arena for the house robots, Dead Metal spinning madly with the claws. And there's Mr. Psycho. He's ready to grumble and rumble. So Hypno-Disc with a spinning blade, Tornado with the push. The winner automatically through to round two. The loser will have another chance. The three losers go into a melee to claim a second round place in this, the series' second semi-final. Hypno-Disc backs away, comes slamming forward onto Tornado with the slight bulldozer front blade. Tornado, interchangeable weaponry, don't forget. And Hypno-Disc is in trouble on the arena sidewall. It is so destructive, but it has that Achilles heel, Hypno-Disc. It can be pushed around, it can be bullied, and Tornado is doing all the bullying so far. One of the most persistent little dogged nuisances in that arena we have ever seen, Tornado. And Hypno-Disc is in massive trouble here. Tornado once again is whipping up a storm. Ramming and ramming and ramming again. Hypno-Disc tries to get away. Up to 10-mile-an-hour top speeds, both these machines evenly matched there. Hypno-Disc slightly the heavier. Away now, onto the side angle grinder, wants to stay out of trouble. I think Tornado was trying, yes indeed, and succeeding to release the pit. Down goes the pit and descending. Tornado tries a mighty shove on Hypno-Disc again. Brilliantly controlled Tornado. Andrew Marchant, the captain, driving. David Gamble in control of the electronics. Brian Moss, the weaponry. Hypno-Disc under the controls of Dave Rose, a mechanical engineer who loves his astronomy. But the stars here are favouring Tornado. I would have thought, oh, goodness me, they went too clear. Oh, goodness me, they went too near that yawning gap twice. Tornado, almost then, causing its own downfall. Some battle this. You never can know with Tornado, with that unreliable drivetrain, when it's going to back up, and it's in underneath Hypno-Disc near the arena sidewall. Go on, shove it out. Hypno-Disc, stay on in there though, and go on, give it a slice, which we know is twice as nice on Robot Wars from that mighty spinning disc. There you can see the Tornado boys all of a sudden concerned they can't get this over and done with. As they thought, you've just seen there Ken Rose, a retired engineer, loves his classic cars. Ken, he won't be happy that the Hypno-Disc chassis is being sliced up by the angle grinders and bumped and bashed by Tornado. Comes in again. Seats is called, it goes to the judges. Well, what a dogged and determined battle that was.
The judges have unanimously decided that Tornado had won! What a turn-up for the books! Yes! Isn't that amazing?
We're so lucky there.
Why were you so lucky? I thought
We were expecting to come out in a bin bag. That
Really?
Hypno-Disc is such an awesome machine.
Yeah.
And
And you're just lucky that the gears were broken on the
we're
disc.
very lucky, yes.
But you are so tenacious and it's so powerful, that robot. It just keeps
It's
coming
all
and
we can
coming
do.
and coming and coming.
Is to keep on top of them, keep the speed of that disc down.
Yeah.
And the lower the speed is, the lower the energy in the disc, the less damage we take.
Yeah.
So the more we keep the speed of the disc down, the safer we are.
I thought you might be going home in a plastic bag as well. But hey, you live to fight another day. Let's hear it. Team Tornado!
And I've just had words with them.
Are they, Philippa?
They are worried.
Who are?
They are. Your Dominator 2, your opposition for the
So
next
that's who we're
round.
fighting?
That's who you're fighting. How do you feel?
Should be good.
Are you going to go in there with the same tactics as you adopted for Hypno-Disc? Because it did work.
I think for Dominator, the scoop would be a good idea. We can...
So that's the weapon?
Yeah, we hopefully be able to get underneath Dominator and push them around and maybe put them down the pit or something.
What about the driving? I mean, last time you were in there like a fury. It was like a tornado. Can you do that again? Will you do that again?
We'll try.
The number 6 seed, Dominator 2.
The Axe Men cometh. On the left-hand side, Chris Hall, Peter Halloway, Paul Tolliday.
The number 12 seed, Tornado.
The storm into the arena floor. Andrew Marchant, David Gamble and Brian Moss. Andrew on the left.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the House Robots is Growler, Mr. Psycho's pet, and
3,
Matilda.
2,
Pet to us all,
1.
I like to think.
Activate.
And away we go. This for a place in the grand final. It's as simple as that. Axe against the push and shove of Tornado. Dominator 2 slams down that mighty Axe. Tornado 2, look at it though, already. What great pushing power that little 98 kilos machine seems to have. Little it's Lionhearted. Tornado away once again. Reached the series semi-final of Robot Wars, the 4th Wars, and lost to Chaos 2. The pit release button is activated. Which of these machines has a short shelf life left in Robot Wars? Dominator 2 is on the end of a tornado push. Matilda awaits. Dominator 2 is teaching. Oh, goodness me, I thought Tornado was going to go straight down the pit, but Dominator 2 ends up in there instead. Oh dear. They look absolutely shattered, and why not? I thought here Tornado was going to go straight down. They landed right on the edge, and Dominator 2 drove themselves in. Fantastic stuff. The sparks flew. They bounced just on the right side of the pit, but Dominator 2 didn't. Over in a trice, but wasn't it worth it?
Close your eyes and you will have missed it. Dominator 2 in the pits. Tornado, they go breezing through. Yes!
What do you think of that then?
The way you flew in the air.
I thought flying lessons.
I thought it was all over. I thought your robot should get a parachute. It's a tough robot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Taking out the 6 seeds, you took out the 4th seeds. Hey, you're showing no respect for anyone, are you?
Absolutely.
Are you going all the way? You had a brilliant extreme.
We're going to give it a damn good try.
Hey, the 6 Wars might be when you guys come of age. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Team Tornado!
Tornado.
World semi-finalists in 2001, but bashed and beaten up in the heats.
Is it ready? Have you done it? Have you finished?
It's pretty much finished, yeah. There's a few little things we've got to hit, but...
To fix it, they had to take everything out and then start again. Bash, bash, weld,
Yeah,
and then put everything back together. So it's literally been a rebuild, hasn't it?
Not quite that bad, but we've had to do a little bit of cutting and repairing on those worlds.
And are they weaker now? Is the world weaker than the rest of it?
Given how good these worlds are, it's probably stronger.
2 750-watt motors on this 4-wheel drive pusher has power, maneuverability, flexible weapons options, but unreliable drivetrain.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Firestorm IV team of Graham Bone and Hazel Heslop. The Tornado boys, Andrew Marchant, David Gamble and Brian Moss. In the arena for the House Robots, Shunt with the bulldozer blades. In the arena for the House Robots, Mr. Psycho.
3, 2, 1.
It was at this stage where Firestorm IV crumbled in the last series, only to fight in the playoff and finish 3rd. Can they go one step further, Graham Bone? Hazel Heslop, they have their dreams. They also have Tornado, dogged, in pursuit. already. And this is what Tornado is all about. It is a frightening little nagger, an irritant. It simply pursues and pursues, but the pursuer turns into the pursued there as the axe came down of shunt momentarily, and Firestorm gets in underneath Tornado's 2.5 centimetre ground clearance. A lot of chasing going on there. It's cat and mouse. Tornado activates the pit. Down it goes. Firestorm very close. They're concentrating so hard out there. Tornado gets in behind Firestorm. That could have been so telling because the pit was yawning open for a mighty push. Firestorm up over Tornado, and Tornado now can push and shove. Ill-advised by Graham Bone, left itself open to the pushability factor of Tornado, which takes terrific damage there from Shunt. It's cleaved open a crevasse-like slice at the top there, you can see. Now Firestorm drives Tornado into a CPZ. Home of the House Robots, they're chasing each other's tails around there. Firestorm takes damage. What a battle this is. Very even. Firestorm away, head-to-head. Tornado up and over. Brilliance from Firestorm. Tornado, invertible, can run either way up over the top of Firestorm. This is terrific stuff. One of the best fights we've seen in Robot Wars: The Sick War. Firestorm gives chase, only for Tornado to turn and get in underneath again. Tornado wanted that to happen. Come into my pile, I sent the spider to the fly. And Firestorm did just that. Tornado slams Firestorm against the arena wall. Back comes the number 3 seed to have another dig. Still that pit yawns open. Right at the top of your picture there, you see Firestorm right on the edge of Tornado. Tornado can push and shove. Almost there, almost there. Both of them teetering on the edge of oblivion. Who's going to go down? Oh, Firestorm somehow got themselves out of trouble, but no longer. Yes. And Firestorm crash again, and it's Tornado through. Oh, once again they'll have to play off for 3rd place. What a fight that was.
What a right Royal Rumble. Firestorm blown off course by Tornado. The 12 seeds are through to the Robot Wars Grand Final! You have made a mockery of the seeding system. Your 12 seeds, you've now beaten the 3rd seeds, Firestorm, you beat the 4th seeds, Hypno-Disc, you beat the 6 seeds, Dominator 2. There's no stopping you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but now you've got the top seed.
Yes. Number 1 seed, Razer. Yes.
Do you think you can have them?
We might have a little surprise for them, yes.
Alrighty. You know, some people have said that your robot's fairly boring, you know. They've said, like, well, you haven't got an axe, you haven't got a spinning disc, you haven't got a flipper. In fact, you haven't got any weapons in any form. But your robot itself is a weapon, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, because the speed and the consistency and the pure determination of the thing, it just keeps coming at you.
Absolutely, yeah. Just kept going at Firestorm, unfortunately for them.
What surprise have you got for Razer then?
Oh, I think you'll see.
Oh,
you'll see.
Come on, I hate surprises. I want it now. Let me open it now.
No, you'll have to wait.
All right. It's not going to be a weapon, is it?
Oh, it might be.
All righty then. Go hell for leather. Team Tornado!
You will never guess what's happened down here. This is absolutely unprecedented. You thought you knew the robots that were taking part in this. They've changed. Come and see what's happened. The Razer team seem to have added a little modification, which I'll show you there, an extra spike. But before we talk to them about why they did that, perhaps I should show you this. Do you remember the Tornado robot? It looks nothing like it did. They had that interchangeable weapon head that we talked about right from the beginning. And this is the weapon that they've chosen. But it comes with supporting struts, which might not help Razer's cause. Now, Noel Sharkey, judge extraordinaire, if you don't mind my saying so. Come here, come here, come here. Can they get away with this?
Yes, they can get away with it. I mean, it's been approved because they declared it in advance, you see. So we've got, it's been in the rules since the very beginning that we could have interchangeable weapons.
Yeah.
But there are just certain things about it that Razer need to know, for instance, before the fight starts, just to keep everything clear.
You do what you need to do, which is a kind of a damage report, isn't it?
Yeah, we do. Well, they're doing a damage. Martin and Matt are doing a damage report. I'm just going to explain to them what counts as damage.
Do it. Okay.
The number 1 seed, Razer.
Unbeaten in 21 battles at 96 kilos. Ian Lewis, Simon Scott and Vinnie Blood and Razer.
The number 12 seed, Tornado.
Looks utterly bizarre, to be honest, with that spinning disc. Andrew Marchant and David Gamble and Brian Moss know what they're doing, though. It's the surprise.
Roboteers, stand by.
We've got a couple of surprises in the shape of Shunt and Dead Metal.
3, 2, 1.
What effect will the spinning blade at the front of Tornado have? Already on the attack, on Razer, and Razer! On the backward step, it seems! On the back foot, Razer, or are they? They've come and grappled Tornado's extended frame! That frame necessary to support that mighty horizontal spinning disc. Razer has stopped the disc starts flying again. Razer has that extra front claw bit to the beak to try and stop the spinning disc. But for me, Razer's extra weaponry seems to be bent and buckled. And is it flapping in the wind? It grapples with Tornado again. What a final! For Robot Wars, the Sick Wars, intrigue, mystery, suspense. Razer trying to grab hold. Refbot, get out of there if I was you. Shunt involved as well. It's all going off in the arena, I can tell you. Tornado's blade has been silenced and stopped there, but it's pushing into Razer. Razer bows its beak forward, but it can't get to the very heart of Tornado because Tornado has protected itself with that framework. Look at this. Forget the Tornado spinning blade. We didn't see this happening. The framework has stopped Razer's attackability. Brilliance from the Tornado team. Can Razer respond? Do you know, I think that little hook thing on the edge of the beak is to try and get at Tornado and lift up the framework, but Razer aren't going to get a chance, are they? Because Tornado slams and bangs. In comes Tornado again. Is this the end of an era? Is this the end of the Razer reign as champions of the UK? They are being smashed into submission. They cannot get away from the arena sidewalls, and the red bot comes in, and all of a sudden, the clock takes on a lurid and awful hue if you are a fan of Razer. They cannot get themselves released. They are pegged in there, and Tornado, systematic in its pressure, in its desire, and in its drive. Finally, Razer is released. There, do you see the little hook? I think it was intended to get in underneath that framework, but Razer's game plan has not worked, and Tornado's has. Right from the start of the series, they boasted of the interchangeable weaponry. We've seen a pusher. We've seen the little spinning disc. We've seen a front brow, and now we've seen the mighty spinning blade. And Tornado is finally pushed back by Razer, but is it too little? Is it too late? What a final this is. What heart Razer has. The sparks of Dead Metal fly onto the wings of Razer. Can they lift themselves and yet turn this battle around? They're trying to claw Tornado, trying to gain some purchase, but Tornado with that four-wheel drive, again, driving them back into the CPZ, pushing them into Shunt's axe as it comes down. Razer and Ian Lewis know they've got a real fight now to retain their crown. Shunt lifted, Razer bashes down. They simply can't get at Tornado's machinery. They can't get at the exposed tyres with the beak. Vinnie Blood looks concerned. Razer now trying to build up momentum for another attack. How can they get beyond that latticework frame? They can't get into the heart of the matter. They can't get into the eye of the storm that is Tornado. Razer trying to force its way back into the final. You heard the pit release button being activated. Finally, Razer has lifted Tornado. Can they take them to the arena sidewall and push them out? It must be their only hope this late on. Tornado's weight, a huge factor here. Oh, that they can't get them down the pit. Look at that. It's an anti-pit device as well. An APD. We have never seen one before. We've heard about them. We have never seen an APD until now. And there it is. It goes to the judges. What innovation and what drama. Certainly, Tornado think they've done enough. Or have they? Because I'm hearing that the Razer boys believe Tornado were suspended in the pit. Not above it, but in the pit. That's one for the judges to mull over. More twists and turns than an Agatha Christie. So close. The judges there are in the pits looking at the damage sustained.
This is damage. Obviously, this is new. This was perfectly straight.
The judges have made their decision. It's tense, isn't it? Are you nervous? Oh, they're looking at style, control, damage, and aggression. We have a new UK champion! The idea when you were fighting Razer to make those changes?
I think it might have been my idea. We sat down and thought about, after losing to Razer twice in Extreme, our vulnerability to different weapons, and we thought, well, we need to build something.
Yeah, it was a very clever interpretation of the rules. There's been arguments raging. I mean, is your robot small enough to fit in that pit?
It's within the maximum size allowed in the rules, and that is a lot bigger than what will go in the pit.
Well, you can't say further than that, really. You were quite ungentlemanly. When Refbot was trying to get them off the arena wall, you just went and started giving them a right good kicking.
We're here to win this. This is not about being nice. This is a war.
The crowd were with you. They certainly were. I mean, it was one of the most exciting fights we've ever had on Robot Wars. You were the 12th seeds. You've dismantled everyone in your path. You are worthy UK champions. And to give you your trophy, can I please introduce the very lovely Miss Philippa Forrester.
I haven't got my bikini on, sorry. I didn't think I'd do that to you. Congratulations, it's really heavy.
Oh, blimey, yeah, it is.
It is.
Hey, show it to the crowd!
Don't drop it!
Robot Wars champions. I bet you feel ecstatic, don't you?
Yes, excellent feeling.
Well done, guys. So you'll be back to defend your championship, won't you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Congratulations. No one thought you could do it. Not being C the 12th, but you've done it. One more last round of applause for the UK champions, please. Team Tornado! Well, like the fireworks.
Hear the applause.
We've got a brand new champion on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.
Well done, well done, well done.